Ryan, what I see is that parents are watching, but they're not being proactive. When there's an issue, then I will come in. I think she's okay. No, let's have a conversation. Do you understand what is, the conversation? Do you understand what diet culture is? Do you understand that the world is trying to tell you to shrink and they're trying to make it confusing on what to eat? Do you understand you're going to get messages that are saying that your body isn't okay and that you shouldn't eat this and this and this? And it's just a little tricky out here. And so the conversation is we need to ask our bodies. And sometimes we got to test it out. We got to eat that and be like, oh, my body doesn't like that. Oh, my body does like this. Oh, being mean to myself, saying mean things to myself doesn't actually feel good. And so these proactive conversations, and you need to get proactive. You need to get proactive on what, and that's what we're talking about, right? This is us being proactive. It's like, what are the harms? What is diet culture? How does that affect? And bring that into conversation so that when someone says, oh, that person lost all that weight, what are you going to say? Oh, yeah, she looks really great. Or are you going to say, yeah, I guess she did lose weight, but I really like her regardless of what weight she's in. Those are the things that go into our child's mind and sink in and seed. They seed. Or yeah, she did lose weight. I think she was struggling with that. I'm glad that she did, but the most important thing is that she feels good about herself. And so how we are with our own bodies and what we say about our food is so important. And this is the thing for dads. What I've noticed in my practice, and myself included, is that we look to the mothers. We think that the way that the mother is with their body and the way that the mother is with their food makes the biggest impact. And in some ways, as a daughter to a mother, there is that connection. It's like it's the woman's body. However, what I have witnessed, and before we got on this call, and when I was thinking about being here, I was thinking about this, noticing throughout the years that it wasn't just the mother. It was just as much the way the father talked about his body, the way the father talked about exercise and diet and eating healthy. It mattered just as much. And when I look back on my relationship and my healing, it's kind of funny because my mom she's one of the healthiest. She has one of the healthiest mindset around food and body image. And she's amazing. And I did not grow up in a household where there was any pressure about what I looked like from my dad or my mom. There was, we weren't allowed to have sugar cereal in the morning, but it was pretty healthy. And it wasn't until like years later that I looked at my dad. I'm like, oh, he had some things going on here.
Wow.
Right? He was the one dieting after Christmas every year, and he was, he was the one that ate grapefruit, one grape. Did some weird things with his food. And it wasn't, and it was like after I wrote my book, I was like, oh, I could have added a whole, I didn't even take that into consideration. That imprint on me and the father's imprint.